In nearly every culture over time, there have been coming-of-age rituals, experiences that mark the passage from childhood to adulthood. And so here we are at graduation, about to receive our diplomas and go out into the world as adults. There are so many possibilities for us, so many ambitions, and so many expectations for us to do great things. But many of us have no idea what to do with our lives. We have no idea how to be adults, and many of us are terrified, though we don't want to admit it for fear of sounding childish. But let me tell you something. Not knowing is inevitable. The greatest inventions of our lives have likely not been invented yet. There are mountains of things for us to discover on our own. For example, the phrase "Google it" didn't exist when we were born. And just think how different high school would be without Google. So really, we have no idea what the world will look like in 10, 15 years. So how are we supposed to prepare for that? What have these last 4 years at Hun done for us if the world is only going to change the minute we step out of here? And that leads me to the second thing I want to tell you. Not knowing is not only inevitable, but it is a gift. We have the opportunity to make the incredible discoveries that can change the world. When you realize the vastness of the unknown, you have the opportunity to start making some of it known. But how, you ask, are we supposed to do that? How can we shape the world when I have no idea how to function as an adult? There's so much we don't know, and it's impossible for us to learn it all. But realizing the vastness of the unknown shouldn't be a depressing and overwhelming realization that causes us to shut down out of helplessness. Knowing that you don't know can be wonderfully freeing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to tell you how freeing that is. It frees me to take risks and make mistakes without feeling a crushing sense of inadequacy. And not knowing frees me to explore my unawareness more and experience wonder for all the amazing things in the world. Because while we can always Google the steps of mitosis, Google can't fill you with the wonder that comes from watching a paramecium divide under a microscope. And you can Google the structure of a Shakespearean sonnet, but it can't fill you with excitement as you write a truly beautiful poem of your own. And Google also doesn't tell you how it feels to fall in love with someone, or how to comfort someone who's had a bad day, or how to play like a little kid and exult into pure joy. Google doesn't tell you a lot of things. And the SATs, they can test you on mitosis and Shakespearean sonnets, but they don't test your character. We've all been tested in ways that can't be measured. How did you handle that breakup, or your crippling anxiety, or your friend's depression? How did you handle your successes, your triumphs on the stage and on the classroom and on the field? Did you learn valuable lessons about yourself? Did you reach out for help and develop a wonderful new relationship? Did you develop a passion for something, or fight for your beliefs? None of these experiences were graded, but they will influence our futures as adults as we continue to develop our characters and identify our values. I think the most important things that we've learned at Hun can't be found on Google, and they can't be tested by the College Board. What will matter at the end of our lives will not be the grades or the SAT scores we've earned, but it will be the experiences that we've had throughout our lives, our interactions with others, and the discoveries we make as we find our true values that have the potential to truly bring us happiness. And there's no right way to do that. If you're always holding out for the right answer, you'll only end up with mediocre results, because you're merely sifting through the existing pool of knowledge. You haven't even begun to breach the towering mountain of unfamiliarity that is our world. But if you allow yourself to play and explore and be creative in your work, you'll fail sometimes, maybe a lot of times. But you'll also come up with some really awesome things, and I'm excited to see what you find.